Yo.
7:40 is okay to pick up? Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna clap throughout the whole thing.
I'm waiting. Let me. Well, I'll just be like a clapping machine, like.
Yeah. You're gonna text us all to be like,
Oh, Ben. Knock out the best comic in the land.
Stop it. Oh, God.
golly gee, you're funny.
Holy.
So funny.
I feel like we lost someone.
You're the funny.
Where did
Hi, Lizzie
Brandon go?
Morrison.
I'm still here. But like
Hi.
a falcon or a hawk just landed in my backyard.
Oh, awesome.
Dinner.
Yeah, it's
Dinner.
being plated right now.
Mmm.
Yes.
Little hawk appetizer. I love my new headset. I'm sorry, I'm like the nerd here with like the cool like Logitech.
Ladies and gents, we are live on YouTube and Facebook. Everyone say hello to YouTube and Facebook. The show is about to begin in 5 minutes.
Hello, YouTube,
Hi, YouTube
and
and
Facebook.
Oh, YouTube.
Should plug this in.
Here's y'all.
Up so much.
No, I
There
did.
we go, so I don't die.
You did. Okay.
The display just went there.
Where's the chat in here? Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now we just need the link, and you guys have to tell me how to copy something on Mac. I'm on a Mac right now. I have no idea how to use it.
YouTube, super funny. What about Instagram?
What do you need help with?
You just tell it what to do.
All right. People are coming in.
I think you just cut, like Ben, give us the link.
I am sending the link to chat now.
Okay, it's like Command Copy or something like that.
Yeah.
Where's the
Command
chat in
C.
here? Command C, and then to paste is Command V, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we just need the link, and you guys
V
have to
for
tell me how to
victory.
copy something on Mac.
Ryan, are
I'm
you
on a
living
Mac.
in LA or where in the world are you?
Los Angeles.
Tiger. She's living with Tiger. You just
I'm in
tell her
Los
what to do.
Angeles.
You are?
Yeah.
People are coming in.
I'm
City
in
of Angels.
I think I don't want to say where. Like you just, but I yes.
I
Ben,
live
give
in
us the link.
Park La Brea.
I am sending the link to chat now.
Studio City.
It's like Command. I'm in the 818.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Now I'm by the beach. A super funny show.
It's a whole city. Studios.
What does 818 mean?
It used to be
Alley.
like, you know, get
I'm
a
in
number
Los
from somebody.
Angeles.
Does that mean Long Beach?
No,
No,
it's
she's
the
in the
valley.
valley.
The valley.
In the valley. She's somewhere
Valley.
between,
Girl.
somewhere
Ah.
between Calabasas and Universal City.
Where do you live in Second Life though?
I live on a mofo. We're called a mofo, so I live on a mofo land, which is like you know.
I know what mofo means.
What?
That's like the name of my Second Life family.
Oh, I got it. Have you guys heard about the cults on TikTok? The TikTok cults. Has anyone heard about the TikTok cults?
No.
Guys, this is the zeitgeist right now. I just want to let you know, TikTok cults are the thing. That's what's happening.
What is a TikTok
Yeah,
cult?
what is
I
that?
have a lot of Facebook.
There was this one girl who started this cult on TikTok called the Step Chickens, and everyone was all about it. And then all of a sudden, all these other people broke off. So now there's a cult war on TikTok. I don't know the details. All I know is that it's getting ugly.
Vintage.
Is it a gang?
Well,
What do you
as
have to do
much
to be
Are
in
they
the
all
cult?
gonna kill each other at
As
like
much-
midnight on
Initiation.
Tuesday?
as much of a gang as a bunch of 13-year-old girls can be, white girls specifically.
Is it
But
getting as ugly as breakdance fight?
Is it a
Is that
gang?
basically the level of ugliness that it's getting to?
yeah, it's going to be a dance off. I'm pretty sure. Well, I think what they
Yeah,
do
Dance
is
off, dance off.
they go into these different profiles or something, and then like they comment bomb, and then however has the most comment bombs from their cult wins.
Oh.
So like
That
troll,
seems
it's
to be
like
the game.
basically like troll Olympics.
It's kind of like a flashback to IRC days. I'm thinking.
Oh, really?
I
Really?
love
Oh my God, I haven't heard that in forever.
I love slapping people with a stick.
Funny background. I don't care.
Maybe halfway.
I remember back in
We're
IRC.
getting closer, beautiful people. Thank you. Send out those YouTube and Facebook links.
Hey,
People watching online, the show is going to start in just a couple seconds. This is Superfunny Quarantine.
you can share directly to your story.
Ben Morrison with the silky radio.
The silky
voice.
radio voice for virtual comedy.
You really do have a good radio.
The number
Ladies
one
and
name
gentlemen.
in Piat, this is not a competition.
I just put it on the Instagram story, so it works.
Does
That's pretty
everybody
good.
know
Pretty good
that
tip,
Ben
David.
Morrison is the
Yeah, I
voice?
just sent it. Yeah, I just sent it to my Facebook. Boom.
All your
Wonderful.
game.
Reason?
Ben, can you do meditation for us?
I can.
David, post it up. Post it on MySpace, David.
MySpace.
You guys, do any of you know that Ben Morrison actually is the voice on Echo, which is a Oculus game? Literally,
Echo's a dolphin
he's
game?
speaking
I
to-
thought you meant like the Echo Dot
Robo
or
Recall.
something. I'm like, wow.
No, Robo
I
Recall.
want
that's
Ben's
right, Robo
voice
Recall.
when I ask Alexa for things.
No,
I
actually,
want
he
Ben
was.
to be like, let me get that for you, Aubrey.
No, actually, Ben did the voice for James Earl Jones in Star Wars.
He does a great
I am
black guy.
Ben, I am your father.
That was a baby Ben.
Who
It's
did
like his
Baby
voice
Yoda's
sounded-
voice? I did Baby Yoda's voice. I just want you all to know that. You're welcome.
Pretty good.
Mhm.
People watching online, the show is going to start momentarily. Thank you for joining us for Superfunny Quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Benny.
This is awesome. I like this dinner and a show.
I feel like you just didn't share, and that was rude.
Well, it would be cold by the time it got to your place.
Why am I hearing someone else's feedback? Whose feedback is it? Why am I hearing myself after I talk?
You are hearing. I don't know.
Who didn't listen and put on a headset? It's probably Noah.
Are you connected to it?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's about that time.
Hey.
Let me hear everyone make some noise. Let me hear everyone make some noise as we get going.
Yo.
All right. Well, that was our rather unceremonious beginning. This is Superfunny Quarantine. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise and let everyone hear the love on the internet far across the land. Thank you all. This is Superfunny Quarantine.
Show.
So this show has been long in the making, and we hope it goes smoothly. We want you to enjoy the comedy. We have some incredible comedians, and to the best of my knowledge, this is the first time that anyone has ever attempted to do live multimedia over the internet. Because here at Superfunny, we don't just tell you jokes, we show you photos. And we have persistent problems with green screen lighting, as you can well see behind me. When you laugh, laugh hard. And when things go wrong, bear with us, because I guarantee you things are going to go wrong. Now, let's let everyone at home know the kind of energy we have at a super funny show. Everyone, make some noise right now for the home audience. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are 2 months into the old global pandemic. How's everyone doing? You doing with our stay-at-home global pandemic? Are we enjoying that?
I kind of need my nails done, but all right.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Relationships are really
Good.
I for one feel that it's very important to take advantage of the things that we could never do before the global pandemic happened. For example, this is the first time in any of our lives that we will be able to walk into a bank with a mask on and say, "Give me all your money," and not immediately be shot at. It's been 2 months locked inside. Is anyone getting tired of their quarantine yet?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I find myself dealing with confidence issues in the age of coronavirus. I have a lot of anxiety that I will contract the virus, although I try to pep myself up with a lot of inspirational talks about coronavirus. However, I have made sure to not say during my coronavirus pep talk, "You got this." All right, that's the first few official laughs.
Just give us a minute.
Of Superfunny Quarantine.
It took me a second there.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, oh, I get it.
Thank you very much.
We're cute, not
Some
bright.
highbrow comedy.
Does everyone at home have toilet paper left over? Do they have the TP left over?
No.
Sure do.
I myself am personally working on my last roll of toilet paper. I'm trying to stretch it out as best I can. But as a Jew, I am going to make it last 8 days.
Okay, that was really funny.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
As a Jew, I thought that was funny.
Thank you very much.
That is a kosher joke. I will approve.
Going shopping is not easy in the age of coronavirus. Stores are sold out of almost everything. And it breaks my heart to see completely empty stores. Like, I walked by a GNC the other day to find it completely empty. But that's exactly how it was before the quarantine. Have you ever seen a GNC with a single customer inside of it? No, you have not. You have never seen a GNC with a customer inside of it. It's a wall of creatine in one very bored shopping attendant. No one's ever gone inside a GNC, and they know it too. They know it too. It's literally in the name. That's what GNC stands for. Got no customers.
It's true.
It is true. It is true. It's nice I don't have to drive because my car was really old and I was having a lot of car problems. Yeah. Anyone out there in the audience ever get that check engine light in your car?
No.
I used to.
Yeah. The check engine light is really like the cold sore of the automotive world. It's this little red thing glowing on the corner of your dash.
Won't go away.
Just
looking
you in the eyes as if to say, maybe if you took better care of yourself, this wouldn't have happened to us.
That's true.
You mention it, you hope your friends don't notice it. And sure, you know you could do something about it, but you know that if you wait 2 weeks, it'll go away on its own.
Pushing it away.
So a little bit about me before we get this show going. For those of you that don't know me, I have a lot of friends in the audience, but for those of you that don't know me, before becoming a comedian, I was, of course, a tow truck driver, but had to quit because of a persistent drinking problem. But I finally got clean with the help of triple AA.
That'd be AAA.
After, and might I remind the audience that this is not a call and response affair. The comedians need not your tags, but need your laughter. But if it's not laughter, maybe mute yourself first. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this. I've been inside for 6 straight days. And I just got this to work a second ago. I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start the show. Are we ready to start the show?
Ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first comedian coming to the stage has done Superfunny, the real Superfunny, many, many times. She's traveled all over the world, and she is one of my absolute favorites. Here to bring comedy to you, having just come off of Netflix's She Ready, the comedy stylings of the one, the only, Aydah Rodriguez. Clap it up for Aydah, ladies and gentlemen. Clap it up.
Wow, you know what I like about this show is that it supports the fact that white people are just as loud as people of color at comedy shows, and it makes me so happy to know that it's not just us. I'm like, you probably do it at at movie theaters too. I'm like, yo, I love it. I am So yeah, we knew that this was gonna happen. It's open. Ben got us doing some real life tech shit. He had to coach me today for hours. And I had to just take the porn off so I can make sure that I didn't share screen with you. Puerto Ricans do porn too. We do porn and we watch it. So speaking of being Puerto Rican, I was thinking about all of the stuff that's happening right now, and I remember that when Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, Donald Trump went there and threw paper towels at my people. Remember that? My people want to know if y'all need those paper towels back.
I remember.
The quarantine has been really interesting for me to watch because comedians are like the blue collar workers of the entertainment business. Like people know who we are, but we're not really celebrities because they pay us $13 a show. But all the comedians know what I'm talking about. But I've been watching these celebrities. You know, you saw Wonder Woman singing with all her rich friends and their beautiful homes, and people delivering these heartfelt messages from their patios with fountains in the back. And I was just like, wow, these people are trying to get fucking robbed. We have the internet now. You're not hard to find, bitch. We can find you, Wonder Woman. And I doubt that you're really that strong. You're 108 pounds.
Oh, get that fountain.
Is it okay to skinny shame? I know you can't fat shame, but can you skinny shame? I feel like you should be able to shame all privilege. Like, give white people a break.
Everybody.
Yeah, just shame them all. Just give white people a break.
Oh, it's like
Ooh, there's some feedback. It sounds like somebody has Flavor Flav in their living room. That was a Public Enemy. It's been weird to do stand-up from home because, you know, all of the people that I talk about in my stand-up are right here. My children in particular, because I mean, everybody, people who know me know that I hate my kids. And so, but I'm honest about it. I don't trust people who say they like their kids all the time. I mean, you should never trust those people. Those are the people who set them on fire and blame it on black guys.
Oh my God.
I'm like, fuck it, it's the end of the world. Like, let's go. You know what? People are so fucking bored right now. They're like, let me see if I can cause some outrage on Twitter. Let me see if I can get banned today. Let me say some fucked up shit about Catholic people. Those are the only people you can shit on, and there's no trouble behind it. 'Cause every Catholic's been molested by a Catholic. I'm trying my best not to talk about religion because I grew up Seventh-day Adventist. I don't know if anybody here has been exposed to that, but Seventh-day Adventists are very similar to Jews, Orthodox Jews. Like Orthodox Jews, on Fridays the electricity goes off, and they don't come back on until Saturday evening. Like we don't eat pork. Like it's a really interesting religion to be a part of during Saturday morning cartoons. It was really rough. It was tough. I love the Smurfs. The Smurfs were my favorite. And when I stopped watching the Smurfs, like Gargamel was chasing Smurfette. And when I finally quit the religion and came back, she had 2 babies from that motherfucker, and he wasn't paying child support. So my Saturday morning, yeah, I'm looking at the white people here, and I'm thinking about all the racial tension that exists right now. The racial tension is heightened. Like people keep saying, we want to go back to the old days. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go back to the old days. I just know that there's so much tension. It's by design for us to hate each other because we're all poor, so they can keep us all down, right? But people always ask me questions about how I feel about racism. Like I'm gonna have some deep answer, you know. And I'm like, I don't like the shit just like everybody else, but I don't have anything deep for you. all I know is when they asked me about Charlottesville, I said I was very disappointed in those guys, right? And the person who asked me, it was an interview, and they were like, yeah, racism is appalling. And I was like, I wasn't mad at them for that. I was mad at them because they all ironed their pants. They had on the same shirt, the same haircut. They had the world watching. They all looked like Doug from Nickelodeon, right? And then when they started marching, no rhythm. No rhythm. I was really upset. And then I'm like, that's why they got violent. Because whenever incels start bumping into each other and they don't get any pussy, they get violent. Okay, I'm going to hell. So with that, I'm going to go into my presentation of my fucked up life.
Yeah.
And hopefully I won't fuck this up.
Yeah, right.
You got this. You got this.
Oh, I got it. You know, Ben's been coaching us. Do I have COVID? I think we all got COVID. COVID is like HPV. Everybody got that shit.
And then hit play.
COVID's like HPV.
Everybody's got it. You know, nobody wants to admit it.
Look how long it took for a vaccine for HPV.
It took a long time, and it started off really, it was ineffective when it started off. So you got the vaccination, and then you had HPV and cervical cancer. So I think they fixed that shit.
Why don't you hit play on that keynote?
Okay, so can you? I'm gonna hit play on the keynote. You have an echo. So this is the beginning of my comedy career. Even though I have been working for many years before I did Last Comic Standing, and I'll tell you that doing this performance was very big for me because it was the one time that people remembered me for what I was wearing. Because as comics, you know, we wear clothes from Goodwill. We don't give a shit. But this dress really unmasks a lot of the sexism that exists in America and in comedy. So Keenan Ivory Wayans, who had a shirt open to the middle of his stomach, told me that my outfit was a distraction while he looked like one of the macho men, one of the YMCA guys. So I just wanted to start with this because it usually makes me angry when I look at it. So this is when I made it to Showtime, and I went to Vegas to do stand-up. And if you've ever done stand-up in Vegas, you've left a piece of your soul on a stage, because Vegas is where everybody who's over 80 and voted for Donald Trump comes to escape. Everybody who didn't vote for Donald Trump. And I got on stage, and I didn't talk about Donald Trump. I shitted on my daughter, and they all stood up for me. But it wasn't a standing ovation. They were just running from the Black people in the room. So this was my Netflix special that Ben was talking about. And as you see, this is the pose. This is a picture that a lot of the media chose to run with because it actually explained. So I did a joke about a white lady in my neighborhood who she had a lost cat. She called it a missing cat. We called it lost cats back in the day. And she put missing cat signs all over the city. And the missing cat signs had her address, her phone number, and a reward with a picture of the cat. And you know, this is the moment when I said, this bitch is trying to get robbed.
Dude, you look like a fly girl.
The cat is I am a fly girl. You know what? Every girl is a fly girl. Those are our first heroes on television. Jennifer Lopez.
I feel like I want to be J-Lo right now looking at that photo. I know you're talking about cats there, but I'm thinking like in living color. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But if you were there in the moment, you would be like, I don't like this.
I got on stage with you just to be your backup dancer and been like,
This was in Compton. I don't think you would have made it to the stage. So this is a picture when I was kidnapped as a kid twice by family members. My mother kidnapped me from my father, and my grandmother kidnapped me from my mother. This is my mom, because my mom was dating a man that was on the FBI's most wanted list for murder. But when they kidnapped me, they cut all my hair off because they moved me across state lines. And this is why I look like baby Lou Diamond Phillips. But if you look at my face, you can see the pain and the rage, not only because this woman is touching me, but because in that red cup in front of me, there was rum, and that's what she had given me for breakfast.
That's dark.
It's dark, but it's true. So Puerto Rican children are always indoctrinated. We always have to wear Puerto Rican gear. It's something with a flag or that says that we're Puerto Rican, because we don't know that we're Puerto Rican enough. So here I am at like 7 years old. And if you can't see, it's Ronald McDonald's hands that's on my shoulders, because I had a birthday party at McDonald's. But my family didn't pay for that birthday party. My uncle worked at McDonald's, so he snuck me and my 7 friends into McDonald's, stole some nuggets and some Happy Meals, and then Ronald showed up, and so Ronald got a dime bag and some free Big Macs for participating in my birthday party. Oh, I love the courtesy chuckles. Those are my favorite. There's a fascination with Latinos and dressing their children like princesses. They do it, at laundromats. They do it at the grocery store. Everywhere we go. This was not Halloween. This is me standing next to the trophy case, sweating in Miami, Florida, where I grew up, where there was humidity and mosquitoes everywhere. But I'm smiling in the picture because I feared my mother. But this is one of the most embarrassing pictures because it wasn't a communion. It wasn't a quinceañera. It wasn't a wedding. It was just a Wednesday. Okay, so my grandmother used to pick out a lot of my clothes, hence the metallic dress that exposed my 114-pound body as I stood there at 5'10". But what you can't see very well is the body wave perm that I never knew would become a go-to hairdo for middle-aged white men in the middle of the country. But this was 12 for me. And yeah, they sent me to a school event like this in the daytime. And I was not allowed to change. And this was the first time I ever thought about running away from home. The only reason I didn't was because I knew they would find me because of what I had on. So this is the picture that people pull up to try to say that I got a nose job. Everybody who knows me knows that I could never afford a nose job. Not that I wouldn't get one, but it was just not in the budget. But this was a picture. My grandmother thought it would be cool that if I wore a shirt with the newspaper on it to take a picture for the school newspaper. That was my life. So I went from trying to run away home to thinking about suicide. This is the prom picture. And I designed this dress myself, which is funny because this is not the dress that I wanted. The dress that I drew and the dress that the lady made was very different. But, this was a lady that was my grandmother's friend, and she wanted to make sure that if I did nothing on prom night, getting dick was at the top of the list. And she accomplished just that. No one danced with me. I was a prom queen, and the prom king didn't want to dance with me because he felt like my dress was just too ugly. Oh, I love white people. Y'all are nice. Black people just not that way. This is a meme that my brother made of me. I was a teenage pregnancy case. That's how we do it in my family. We have a job, we get our babies, and then we get our periods. So my brother thought it would be funny for Mother's Day to make a meme of me and my son going to the same school. This is my family. This is my mother and my daughter. And this is a typical Puerto Rican family where everyone is like a Benetton ad, a different color. And Puerto Rican women have children that look like the spectrum. So I have a brother who looks Asian. His nickname is Chino. I'm the Indian looking one, the indigenous one. And they always have a black one and then they have a white one. And I brought my friend home and she looked at my family and she was like, do you guys all have the same father? And I was like, yeah, his name is Colin. And she was like, Colin? I was like, yeah, colonization, bitch. So this is my Uncle Pedro. I always put him in my stuff because my Uncle Pedro is like the quintessential Puerto Rican man, gang guy from West Side Story. Yeah, he's got the afro. He looked like he was in a DeBarge. But I have 5 of these. And so this was the hot dude in the neighborhood. And it was funny to watch all the girls like my uncles. And, you know, he pimped them hoes. This is so this is my mother and her brothers. And like I told you, everybody looks different. But I like making memes of my family because you don't have to think much about them. You could just post the pictures and then let Black Twitter go at it. This is their reaction to my cousin saying that she was graduating from school. As you can see, no one believed her. They were all like, bitch, you are not graduating. You've told us this 3 times. And this is what really actually happened in that moment. And my uncle that's in the bottom was like, I'm so tired of you lying. While they were taking the picture, they were reacting to my cousin saying that she was graduating this time for real. So Dominicans, so I'm half Puerto Rican and half Dominican. Dominicans we have a ritual where they try to blow dry the ethnicity out of us every weekend and straighten our hair. And this is my aunt who does all of the hair straightening. And she would always tell me that she would straighten my hair so well that I would look Chinese. And when I was little, I would cry because I never wanted to look Chinese. I think it's so funny when you make racial jokes and white people are like, we ain't laughing at that shit. Somebody videotapes me and I can't go back to work on Monday. Fuck around. You gotta do all the political jokes. This is the father of my children. We have 2 kids.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, he looks like Muhammad Ali.
It's funny because the people who don't know who he is are like, wow, she likes the older. This is the day that we met Muhammad Ali, and I don't have a joke about it. I just had an opportunity to spend an afternoon with him, and he shared his baklava with me. And they said he never shared his baklava with anybody, so that was a big moment in my life. And so this is my family, my brothers and sister. They make memes all the time, particularly my brother, and he just sends me memes. He finds pictures of me when I was little, as if this wasn't punishment enough. And he sends me the memes. So this was me, and he posted this on social media. We don't know what that is on my head. My mom used to put these things on my head. I don't know if it was religious. I don't know. It was because, like I said, we're not supposed to show our hair because our hair was our crown. I just know that at this point, I was already traumatized. And that's it, guys. That's my presentation. That's my TED Talk.
Yeah.
And then let's
This is not easy, it's not fun, but I want to say thank you, and thank you for supporting Ben, because Ben is an amazing human being, and I love him.
Thank you.
Being in quarantine is hard, but doing things like this makes it a little easy. So I hope
Yes,
you guys
it does.
stay safe, and thanks a lot.
All right, Ada, thanks. Why don't you end your screen sharing while we're at it, and then we can get back to it.
You see that read that porn.
Aydah Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up.
Yeah. Woo.
Let's give it up for her. Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the craziest thing I have ever tried going here. Oh, that was a new entry. I'd like to just say thank you to everyone watching online, and we're actually getting a pretty big audience online. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Let me just check the old text messages here. All right, so here at Superfunny Quarantine, we make movies. And I, assuming this will work, would like to show you a movie all of Superfunny's own. You guys want to see a short film, a Superfunny short film?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you? Because you're about to.
Boy.
We're going to attempt to get this screen share going. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Quarantine Pool Thoughts. Thoughts by the Quarantine Pool.
Quarantine Pool Thoughts. Quarantine Thoughts by the Pool. Why do I keep checking my phone? How can I have this much FOMO when there ain't no shit to do?
No audio, huh?
Doesn't need it.
Doesn't need the audio. Well, isn't that funny? Nothing on this? And then we hit play.
Audio.
Thoughts by the Pool.
Aw, this is so funny. And with that, it looks like we're skipping the short film portion of Superfunny Quarantine. I'm only one man. But I guarantee you that was extremely funny. Thank you for being a part of that, though. And I will post the video on our YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching here on YouTube, please subscribe to Superfunny, because this has gone well enough. It's only the first of many Superfunnies. And I'm probably going to get some help next time, because being a stand-up comedian and a live internet television producer at the exact same time is a little more work than I thought it would be. But I'm managing. I'm doing fine. I'm just screaming inside. I have been so stoned and so caffeinated all day. I'm basically in the future right now. Lockdown has ended. Coronavirus. I'm in the year 2033. That's how much caffeine I have had. I am racing ahead in the future. So I think with that, we're going to bring it to our next comedian. But before I do, you may have noticed that online we have been... Oh, yeah, I got to switch myself back to this on the Zoom window. Once in a while, we have been, this is only for people watching online, we have been flashing a card that asks for donations. If you guys have enjoyed Superfunny Quarantine, by all means, maybe send Superfunny some cash on Venmo at Superfunny, and a portion of our proceeds are going to benefit the Laughter Heals Foundation. Laughter Heals is started by Craig Shoemaker, a comedian, and it raises money for mental health awareness to help us comedians out when we're going a little bit sideways. So any donation you can make will be much appreciated. A portion goes to Laughter Heals, and then the rest is going to the comedians as a mercy blood offering, because I have put them through technical hell this week. I have been the genius bar from hell this week, and I'd like to thank all of them for being so patient with me. So that having been said, let's turn these off. And hey, Pete, are you ready? You ready to do this?
I'm ready to go.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, the next comedian is another Superfunny favorite. He's a good friend of mine, and I got to tell you, there's talent, and then there's this guy level talent. I can't tell you, he's even funnier than his smile is bright. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big Superfunny round of applause to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pete Giovine. Clap it up.
Yeah.
Clap it up for Pete. Woo!
Oh, guys, thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for being here. It's great to be back in my apartment. Just trying to stay alive, guys. I'm just trying to stay alive. That's what I'm doing. I'm nervous about doing this show tonight because this is my first Zoom show. I've never done one before. And I was thinking, like, what if I bomb the Zoom show, right? And the thought, it terrified me. And I'll tell you why. Because when you're a comedian, and let's say you don't do well and you bomb at a comedy club, you get to leave afterwards and go home. If I bomb tonight, I just go to the other room. It's really I just hopefully it just washes off me and I'm okay. Yeah, I just want to give credit to Ben Morrison. He's trying to do the best to make this experience seem like you're at the comedy club, make it as virtually, as possible that you are at a comedy club. But I should mention, if a drunk, blacked out guy stumbles out of your hall closet and starts cursing at the comedian, that's on your end. That is on your end. Not plan that. you should call 911. There's an intruder in your home. The quarantine's been pretty crazy for me. I can't see the hairstylist or the dentist, so that alone is trouble. But I've been getting through it. I'm quarantined. Me and my girlfriend of 9 years are quarantined together, or as I call it, just business as usual. It's just life as it always was. But it's been cool. We're quarantined in West Hollywood. I don't know if you guys know, people that are watching, what West Hollywood is known for. What is it known for, guys?
Homosexual.
Boys down. Boys down.
Gay guys. Yeah, gay guys.
LGBT.
Yeah. If we had a mascot, it would just be a gay dude just taking dicks from multiple directions. It's like, I think that's the flag of our city of West Hollywood. But I like being quarantined in West Hollywood. I think it's great because I love living in gay neighborhoods. The gays got it figured out. You know, it's safer, it's cleaner. They run for town council and they just clean shit up. It's really great. But I think during the quarantine, the biggest benefit of living in a gay neighborhood is the gay neighborhood watch. Okay, because when gays see something, they say something. Yeah. They don't just look the other way like straight neighborhoods, you know. So if there's a guy not wearing a mask, you know, it's dealt with, you know. And it usually starts with one guy, one solo gay dude. You know, he just speaks up. He said, "Who's this person? What's happening here? Where's your mask? Who's this person? Does anyone know this person?" A guy jumps in. He's like, "I don't know this person. Excuse me, sir." They use the word sir aggressively. "Sir, what's happening? Where's your mask?" Small dogs get involved. It's a whole thing. You get a couple of, 5-pound chihuahuas in the midst. The guy's putting a mask on. But I like it, man. It's been very, very interesting, this whole experience. And it is what it is. I like wearing the mask, by the way. I have no problem with wearing the mask. The other day I saw someone in the Rite Aid that I didn't want to see. It was a neighbor that I'm not really a fan of. And I looked at him right in the eyes, and we made eye contact and just walked right by him. The mask was covering my face. He had no idea it was me. I was like, dude, we should be wearing masks more often. We should have been doing it the whole time. Great. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to share with you guys my Corona, as I like to call this presentation. This is how I've sort of dealt with 2020 thus far. So I hope you enjoy it. So basically, guys, what we're going to see here is a start of the simple time of where this all started, right? It's 2020. Hey, everyone's celebrating. We thought, I thought it was going to be my year, by the way. I was like, 2020. Every year you give yourself a pep talk. You're like, dude, this is my year. Nothing's going to fuck this up. This is my year, 2020. And I really felt that. I felt that. Look at these people. They thought the best of it. By the way, Planet Fitness thought the best of this as well. They did not. Yeah. It turns out, burning first quarter budget on these hats in Times Square wasn't the best business decision when your whole business is going to be closed for a year. I rang in the new year in a comedy club with a packed house. It was so much fun. And we counted down, and this picture really captures it right here, because I'm counting down, and I swear I was so optimistic. I was so fired up, and I really thought the best of 2020. I thought everyone did, except for these people down here at the lower left. This group of people doesn't look like the lady lower left is suspect of 2020. My favorite person though in this photo is this guy. Like, he's like, I don't know if this is gonna work out. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't trust it. So I went in thinking, 2020 is fine, but this guy always haunts me, because I always feel like when I see this photo, I'm like, this guy knew something. So as we went through New Year's, and in February, the middle of February, I was able to go to Paris with the love of my life. It was amazing. It was gorgeous. We had a wonderful time. At this point, there were COVID-19 cases in France. But we traveled and we did it. You know, we came back healthy. You're looking at two very, very lucky people here. Now, when I got back from France, I immediately went to, we both did, a NASCAR race. Okay, again, tons of people around, a lot of people, close quarters. We weren't thinking that not much of it, and we're like, all right, it's fine. It was the beginning of March. We're like, oh, you know, things are fine. And then after that, oh, by the way, I should say this. If you ever want to really experience the full spectrum of what human culture has to offer, spend a week in Paris and then go to a NASCAR race. It's like, it's everything that humanity has to offer, and you really see the full spectrum of what it is. This guy worked on his tan. That one nipple was spare to sunburn it straight. So now we're in March and I'm feeling fine. At this point, we're hearing a lot about the COVID and it's in Washington. You're getting some cases in California, but I had booked a gig in Las Vegas to MC an event. And to me, I was like, I got to make this money. So I went to Las Vegas. And while I was there, one of my buddies is a DJ. His name is DJ Shift. I went to the nightclub, right? So I was out. This is mid-March now. We know about COVID. These sweaty people are all fucking carriers. I had no idea. Even the guy from New Year's was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're doing this to yourself." But it was at this time that I realized something was amiss. And I gotta be honest with you, I knew it through television. It wasn't through the reports. I'm not a huge, you know, I don't believe in the news all the way, but I just knew some stuff was shady. And what tipped me off initially was when journalists were their own sound guys. That was like, I was like, what is happening here? You know? And to all the LA people watching right here, we know our fair share of sound guys, right? They're fucking crazy people. When a sound guy is like, fuck you, you do it, you know shit's getting real, right? So I was like, something's not right here. And then what really got me was like the end of that week, I was watching my favorite show. It's called The First 48 on A&E. It's great. I love murder shows. It follows detectives solving homicides and whatever. It's a lot of fun if you're into murder. And when I was watching A&E, I noticed at the upper right side of the screen had a message for me. And it says, "We are here with you." And I'm like, if this murder show is worried about me and I'm fine, maybe I should start taking this shit seriously. So the next morning, I bought toilet paper like a motherfucker. I was like, I'm in. It was literally a subtle message at the top of my screen that got me into it. I got to say this, man. I've missed a lot of important things in quarantine. My little brother who's watching tonight had his second child. Round of applause for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I missed the birth of my niece, Olivia. It's a beautiful baby right there. Oh, it's a gorgeous kid. So angel soft. Just looks like toilet paper that I wish I had right now. So I missed the birth of Olivia, which is a bummer. I couldn't go home for that. I also missed the second birthday of my nephew, Luca Giovine, who, by the way, is so Italian that his grandparents, for his birthday, bought him a Vespa. That's as guinea as you get. And I was like, you know what? And to not be outdone, I was like, I'm not going to lose to that. To not be outdone, I bought Luca an espresso machine. I also bought him a pack of cigarettes, Italian. And then I started a race team. So I figured I had all bases covered doing that. While I was in quarantine, I watched some of the shows that people were telling me to watch that I'd never seen before. The first show that I took in was The Mandalorian. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, so I mean, I like it, whatever, but I'm not a nut. And I knew just watching it would save me from multiple conversations that I didn't need to have. So I was like, I just got to watch this fucking thing. So I watched it. For those of you guys that don't know, it's about a bounty hunter who meets a baby that he wants to touch. Apparently, I don't know what's going on in that photo. And the baby's cute. This is baby Yoda. He's a cutie. He's always in a carrier. But essentially, it's a show about babysitting in space. The damn bounty hunter is always taking care of this baby. It's just a series of, in fact, the most dramatic parts of this series were finding a sitter. It really was just
just like
we
life.
call, I gotta go. I have to go fight these things on a different planets. And by the way, you don't get more perfectly cast than what they did with this young lady right here. She's a great comedian, Sedaris. I mean, if you were to see a babysitter in space, this is what she would look like. I mean, that's it's perfect casting. I also watched the show Ozark, which I never had seen before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I binge watched it. And
one.
if you guys have never seen Ozark, it's really just violent accounting. That's really what the show is. It's just he needs to balance the books. You know,
Calculated violence.
He just needs to balance. He just needs to, so he's laundering money. But if you ever want to see a dramatic show about an accountant who is stressed out and doing paperwork with a busted lip, this is your show. This is your show. You should watch it. I learned a lot about myself in the quarantine. One of the things I learned is that I'm a halfway decent investor. I invested in Beyond Meat in March. And for those of you that don't know, it's like a protein substitute. It's fake, grass, it's whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. It's not meat. It's Beyond Meat. So I invested in it and I was like, so I bought it at 52 and then I sold it at 136 and it still tastes like shit. It's awful. Another thing I learned about myself is that I shouldn't judge people who drink White Claw. I used to lay into people when they would drink the White Claw. I would make fun of them, be like, you fucking idiot, what a pussy drink, and then I had a friend of mine who was like, just taste it. And I was like, all right, fine. Reluctantly, I took a sip, so I tasted the drink. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I enjoyed it. I started enjoying the White Claw. And then it turns out I'm an alcoholic. I have no control over what's happening. That was basically, one of the things I learned. Another thing I learned about myself was like I said earlier, I like the masks. I wear the mask. I think it's courtesy to the other people around you, especially if you live in a big city. It just shows them that you're playing along, whether you believe it or not. And I didn't understand the protest about quarantining and not wearing a mask. So you had these people that were like, just wear the fucking mask. And then you had the protests, they just don't want to be quarantined. And by the way, if COVID-19 is a lie, why are you in a full body biohazard suit? You can't have it both ways, dude. Either commit to it being a lie and take the fucking mask off,
right?
Or just own up to it. But what was crazy to me was the way that it's perceived now, right? We've politicized this terrible experience. So now if you wear a mask or a face covering, you're considered a Democrat. If you don't, you're considered a Republican. If you don't wear the mask, which I think is, a little ironic because Republicans used to really be into wearing masks. That was their thing. Dude, wow. Ugh. It got hot in my apartment, right?
Yeah.
But listen, guys, this is how I rock masks. This is what I look like when I go out to go shopping. I bring, a mask. I get fully clothed. I don't want to get the COVID on my leg hair, so I don't wear shorts. I bring the Purell, which you see in my right hand. I also bring a Lysol disinfectant spray, just in case I run into a doorknob or a person who I feel just needs to get the fuck back. I will shoot that fucking thing. But yeah, this is what I look like when I go out. And the thing is, and I don't know how about you guys, in your situation, but I go shopping for, me and my girlfriend. She doesn't go shopping. She hasn't seen the inside of a grocery store in 2 months. So I go out and I take it seriously and I suit up and I go out and I feel like it's going to war. It's like you're going to war. You got to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and because I think, dude, when you go shopping, it is fucking war. It's war. It's a nightmare. The place is packed. It's crazy. You just got to look out for yourself. And it got to the point where, you know, when I go to war, I've been writing letters home from the grocery store, just like the olden days. And I think Whitney had saved one of the letters. So if you don't mind, can I share a letter from you guys? This is a letter from the grocery store. This is one of the more recent ones that I'd sent. So if you will allow, this is a letter from Trader Joe's. It starts, "My dearest Whitney, I've finally made it to my destination. The journey has been a long and weary one. When I arrived, many were gathered. I waited what seemed to be hours just to escape the harsh conditions of the outdoors. Alas, I was finally able to sanitize my carriage of any contaminants and boldly enter the field of battle. The employees look weathered, and the other patrons and the other patrons bear the faces of those that have seen the darkest horrors of running to the grocery store. I spend most of my time dodging and weaving possible COVID-19 carriers as I painstakingly maintain a 6-foot distance from all.
Huh.
Supplies are running low at Joe's Trading Post. I know you had your heart, your delicate heart, set on the unsalted creamy almond butter. But salted chunky is the only one to remain. These are the laborious choices I must make as I only aim to please my one true love. Gluten-free options are all but gone. Oh, the savagery of unbleached, enriched wheat flour. 'Tis a wonder that anyone can digest it. Truly, bread that contains gluten may be considered the most cruel and awful scourge which can befall a West Hollywood shop. It has some good news in it. Here we go. I acquired a carton of eggs and ensured no cracks were to present themselves. I was tasked to return with cage-free extra large eggs, but was only able to procure the jumbo size. The difference between extra large and jumbo eggs is a vast unknown, and I refuse to allow my mind to cogitate. I received your text alerting me of the need for more almond milk, and must say your text has soothed my wounded and sorrowing heart. I had to remove my glove to handle my phone, but the risk was more than worth it just to read your words. I shall now approach the checkout. What lies ahead is the toughest part. To encounter a Trader Joe's employee without making small talk is an experience all thought would be next to impossible. Yet, this is the new reality. I'll be sure to use my Employment Development Department debit card as to not take funds away from us that were entertained due to a nation's gross incompetent mishandling of a global pandemic. Oh, how I long to validate my parking and escape this everlasting madness that has caused so much distress to my soul. I shall return soon. Please have disinfectant spray and supplies ready for me as we cleanse our goods of the devilish evil called Corona. My heart aches with love. Signed sincerely, with love always. Pete. Was that an applause break on the Zoom call right there?
Yep.
All right, take it. So guys, I just wanted to say this. I just wanted to thank everyone for coming out and watching this show. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, thanks for doing it. I want to wish you guys all the health in the world. Stay well. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to cheers to you guys here.
Your White Claw.
White Claw.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, guys. I love you.
Yeah.
Keep it going for Pete, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for Pete, putting on that Odyssey. That Odyssey.
Well done.
Pete Giovine, ladies and gentlemen. Clap it up for Pete Giovine. So, ladies and gentlemen who are watching this on the many streaming services we are streaming on, and we have a pretty healthy audience, so thank you for tuning in. You may have noticed the donate button going below us. Please send all donations to the show. They're much appreciated to @Superfunny on Venmo. Now, there is, of course, the logo for an organization that Superfunny is working with called Laughter Heals. And now here, to tell you more about Laughter Heals, is the very wonderful, very amazing, very famous creator of Laughter Heals. Please, a big round of applause for the one and only comedian Craig Shoemaker. Clap it up for Mr. Shoemaker. There he is. You are on, sir. Say hello.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I am completely intimidated by your first two guests, Aida and Pete. I did not realize I had to come so prepared. I'm having PTSD from when I was in school and had to do a book report, and everybody else has these beautiful reports, and I just did a report on the movie I saw a few days ago. My report is on the fine novel Back to the Future by Martin McFly. I'm not prepared. I'm walking around my office thinking, you know, I need visual aids. I have sunglasses. I have a bottle of water. That's about it. All you're going to get here, Ben.
I'll take it.
I have to tell you guys right away that I have been exposed. Ever since I've been homeschooling my kids, I've been exposed as a moron. My 10-year-old gave me a Yelp review. Not a good one. It's one of the things with this coronavirus that's really annoying me is when you go on social media, especially Facebook, with everybody has the expert opinion. Everybody knows everything about what's going on, the conspiracies. I'm going out of my mind, and I realized why we lead the world in hoarding toilet paper is we have the most assholes. By the way,
good actually.
For toilet paper, you have to go to other options with toilet paper, and you know, coffee filters make good toilet paper. Just a little hint for all of you. However, I have to tell you, it does affect the taste of the coffee. Aida is unbelievable. I love watching her, except I did have a little more stress going on when she showed me all those dresses. It reminded me of how I grew up. My dad left when I was born. Something I said, wah, he was gone. And so my mom raised us by herself, and I was raised with all females. So that dress brought back bad memories. My first shave was with an epilady. And every Halloween, she dressed me as a girl. I was a hooker. I was a go-go girl. All my friends are dressed as ghosts running house to house with a sheet. I'm a geisha girl with clogs and chopsticks in my head. Hey, guys, what's up? So I saw her dresses, and it just brought back, I think that was my third grade dress that I wore for Halloween. And she taught me how to be a girl. I knew sizes before anybody knew sizes. I'd be shopping at department stores. I'm like, I'm looking for a top for my mother. She's an 8 on the top and a 10 on the bottom. All the clerks are going, oh, isn't he cute? I go, no, this is fucked up. This is child abuse. I went out for wrestling. They said, what weight class? I'm like, petite 4. Oh man. So I don't have any prepared comedy for you. I can just tell you, I can just vent and tell you some of the things that are bad that are going to come out of this coronavirus. Is this just gives more parents more reason to be helicopter parents. I coach Little League in the suburbs. They'll cancel a game if there's a cloud in the sky. I played in Philadelphia on broken glass. The only grass on our entire field was in the coach's bong. Run it out. They have no outs and no runs because they don't want to hurt the kids' feelings. No outs for the first 2 years of Little League. One time this kid's running, I go, he's out. 7 mothers surround me, the helicopter. No, he's not out. Read the rules, coach. Apologize. You made Geoff cry. Now I have to make amends to Geoff. So anyway, I'm stuck at home with my family. I came to the office here, and I thought I've got Laughter Heals in the background. This is the office where we run Laughter Heals. We go to hospitals, aftercare facilities. We help wounded warriors, first responders deal with their stress and anxiety through the power of laughter. And that's why I applaud you for doing this. We really do need more laughter. It is the best medicine. I'm not sure why, we're not essential workers. It's the comic. We should be, because really what it does when you laugh, it oxygenates your body, and healing endorphins are being released. And we started a gaming business, of which, Ben, you're involved, and I'm so happy about that. You're such a gamer. I'm not, but we started Laughter Heals Gaming because these kids are bullied and stressed, and we think that the world needs more laughter. So it's good that you're doing this.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. Craig Shoemaker. Clap it up for Craig. Thank you so much. By all means, please text your donations to venmo.com @Superfunny. One more time, Mr. Craig Shoemaker. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mr. Craig Shoemaker.
Ben.
I'm gonna unmute myself. And now I'm unmuted. Now, like I said, things will go wrong. Things will go wrong, but we're gonna work through them because my laptop is actually about to explode right now. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the headliner of Superfunny Quarantine? Are you ready for the main man? Are you ready? Oh, thank you, Zoom, for telling me I have spotlighted my own video. That's, like I said, we're figuring it out. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I have known this man for a very long time, and he has always been down to clown on the Superfunny family. Please, a huge round of applause. You know him from the Scream movies. You know him from television and film, but you also know him from Tremors 7. Clap it up right now for Superfunny Quarantine's own, the very talented Mr. Jamie Kennedy. Let's do it. Jamie Kennedy, clap it up for the man right now. Mr. Jamie Kennedy, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Yup.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. This show's not behind or anything. I'm supposed to be on the 4.
Sorry.
Ben, this is great. I'm glad we did 5 rehearsals. That was a joke. Listen, the talk back from this audience is making me want to go outside right to a comedy club with no mask and just risk it. It's nice after someone do a joke here, that one lady, yeah, that's pretty funny. That's a live Amazon review. Ben said my most recent credit was Tremors 7 on Netflix. That's not true. It's not made yet, Ben. It's actually Tremors 6. How many people didn't know there's a Tremors 5? It usually gets a laugh and with a roof. But by the way, so all you nerds out there, I know there's some nerds. On here. I heard you guys fucking jacking off the Second Life pre-show. Okay. Craig Shoemaker was my teacher in Scream 2. For anybody who's a horror fan.
Oh.
See, that's that feedback I love. Oh, that's really. How are you feeling, dude?
Good.
I just want to keep it 100. You know how people say they want to keep it 100?
Yeah.
It's just not true. No one keeps it 100. Everybody lies, right? I keep it about 72. Room temperature and barely passing. That's right. I'm excited about this show. It's hard to get sex during this outbreak, right? I mean, isn't that weird? During an outbreak, you can't get sex out. Okay. So I'm waiting for sex to be like my movies. On demand and in my living room. Netflix.
Sorry.
Hulu. Amazon Blonde. Anyone? Just don't call her when she's on her YouTube Red. Anyone? I'm gonna take my time. You guys want to go right to the memes or a couple more?
I want more. More.
Oh, I love that. I can't stop you from heckling. Okay. I'm not married yet, and people think it's weird, you know, because I just turned 49. I'm not ready to be married. Like, you know, like I had a girlfriend. She was very tough. You know, I used to call her the chainsaw. You know, she'd come at me, man. She'd be like, hang out the trash. And you go to Jersey Mike's. That joke usually works better when it's an amplified, you know, when I had a microphone, you know, not one that's bedazzled. Look, I just came out right now on this live stream. That's what I did. I did that during COVID. All right, good talking to you. The one thing I'm excited about with this virus is hopefully women will forget how pissed they were. Remember how pissed women were before the virus? No? Okay, that's just me. There's all these marches. Have you guys ever heard of the Free the Nip March? You ever heard of that? Apparently women are pissed off. They say their breasts are being held hostage. Free the nip. There was 10,000 women marching topless in downtown LA. Okay. So I took the train down there. I wanted to support my sisters. I was out there with a bullhorn like Bane. I was out there. Ladies, let your voices be heard. Do not let society confine you. Express yourself. These hands are part of the patriarchy. You shall remove them in protest. Did everybody go on mute? Can't hear that shit. Here's a new joke I'm working on. Men get in trouble for using their power to get women. But women, you're not innocent in this. Women, you use men for their power, right? Have you ever seen a Playboy bunny dating the late shift manager at Chili's? No! Look how quiet it got. A lot of motherfuckers are sitting right next to their girlfriend in quarantine. Why do you think the lion? You think when the lion becomes the king of the jungle, he wants to date a warthog? No! Okay? He wants to go out and date the hottest lioness, and that lioness gets with that lion because then she's going to get in all the hip lion clubs, okay? Eat all the free gazelle she can handle. Ladies, you're a lot like men. Quit lying to yourself. Boy, when it takes a shit in virtual, it takes a quiet shit. And I waited 2 hours. This joke, I'm gonna do it. I don't give a shit. Hard to meet. Oh God, let me see how I do this. A lot of black guys now are getting hot white women. Remember black in the day? That's terrible. Please don't put this on YouTube. Jesus Christ. One person laughed, the rest is social justice. Read the nip. Remember back in the day, black guys would only date, the white girls that, how can you say it? Husky ones, right? All right, you take her. Now, black guys got the hottest white girls ever, right? It's like, I think white guys are getting overlooked, right? Because I know women date black guys because they got a huge cock, and sometimes they'll date Asians because they're really smart, and I think that's why we're good, white guys, because we're in the middle. You know what I mean? That's why we're Caucasian. That joke takes a lot of math, but that's pretty fucking good. Jesus Christ. All right. I just envision people on a couch like, no effort, no fucking charging, no fucking buffering for this show. All right, let's get to the goddamn pictures. Ben, where's the pictures? Where's the pictures? All right, you ready?
Yep.
Did I leave? Do you see it?
Nope.
No?
No.
No.
You gotta go back to Zoom, share content like we rehearsed.
Okay, well, share it, bro. I love when Craig is like, Aydah had no prepared stand-up material. Meanwhile, it does 8 minutes. Where's the goddamn share content?
Just gotta go back to the Zoom app.
We did this 4 times.
Yep.
We did this 4 times. Okay, just shout it. I don't care.
Share content, screen, Zoom, start broadcast, over to Keynote.
Learning can be fun. Thank you. I love how Are you there?
Yeah, swipe over to Keynote. Yeah.
Whoa. I hope you don't see the side ones. First of all, this is the first picture.
And then
Can you
play.
see it?
Hit play. Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Gonna take you back to a time. Look at that. Remember the old times? I'm having a lot of problems while I was scrolling Netflix.
It's good.
Is that good? There's that live action Amazon again.
Just for kids.
Who says that's for kids?
It
No,
says
it's
right
not
up there,
for kids.
just for kids.
No, that was the other. That was the other category. If you guys are gonna get Tammy technical and Google, I mean, nothing worse than people picking apart a joke. No, that's just the other idea. Get it? That was the joke. Have you seen this? Now we have poisonous rabbits. Look who's not laughing now. Okay. I think we need to go back to this. Remember this? Anyone? Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Ben!
Just.
I got it.
There you go.
My new social shifting shoes have arrived. All right. All right. Look, this is a great idea. I like this pre-virus. You get these things, you go home with one, it's like a 2-for-1. I'm doing a side hustle. By the way, I have no idea why everyone's complaining about toilet paper. Like, I haven't gone off for toilet paper once during this thing. You know why? I don't wipe. Wow, that was so weird. Like, you guys literally take things literally. Let me frame how this is. This is a comedy show. This is not a fucking lecture. I'm so glad I gave up my fucking Friday when I'd be doing nothing to the end of time. Jesus Christ. Did the fucking time release fucking Adderall kick in? What? Yeah, come, dude, do me this favor. Perform for a bunch of people on their couch mid-bong hit. All right. There you go. Sorry. That was funny. I'm sorry. I auditioned for this, just saying. Craig Shoemaker was the teacher in that as well. You know this? That's real, by the way. Do you know her? Ben, didn't you match with her on Bumble?
3 times.
How are you guys not laughing at that? Like, I don't get it. Like, you got nothing going on. This is a real chick. She got her lips like that. That's fucking hilarious. Maybe I'm in another dimension. Okay. Right? I think somebody already did this joke, but that's cute. Okay. By the way, you tell me if I'm lying about this. Right? Where's the girl now that talks back? Can I get a cosign on that? Come on, why are you quiet?
I mean, it's true.
Thank you. This is fucking also true. See, we're starting to like each other, aren't we? I get right to it. All right, here we go. Yeah, look at this. Okay, that's real good. Look, now read the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Stupid, right? We got this one. All right. Okay, I'm a racist now. Is that what you're gonna? Look at no one laughing. It's the end of the world. Crybabies. Okay. Right? Look at that. Tell me when I lie, right? I mean, look at that. By the way, I hope there's a lot of actors in there. There you go. That's real. That's not a joke. She's got 2 million followers. She's got a killer account. And by the way, she just booked a movie with Harrison Ford. Look it up. Oh, look how quiet it got again. I'm fine because she can't work a slideshow yet, so my job's here. This is for all the girls in LA that just take this during the COVID. Get all your fucking. You get that. Anyone? A couple people in this crowd liking that. Couple people in LA.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
right. This is really. Come on, don't you agree? This is how. That's funnier than that. I'm not swiping. I'm not swiping until it gets the proper response. That's fucking hilarious. Inventive. Look at you people. Stop doing heroin. That's fucking fun. I'm not swiping. I'm gonna go back.
I like that.
I'm going back to that. Until you're not getting another one. Not. You've got nothing going on. You've reached the end of Netflix. Your fucking Wi-Fi is buffering. I'm trying to help you. Real though, for real. That's real. Come on.
That's true.
That's real. That's
real.
That's top quality. Right. I love that one girl. That's real. Thank you, girl. My Andy Richter on here. Okay. Let's talk about this. Does anybody for real? Oh yeah. Come on now. Look at that shit. Take that in. Take it the fuck in. Jesus Christ. How are you not seeing what that is? Is that not fucking insane? Anyone? Jesus. The one time you want feedback.
Dude, is that real?
Yeah, it's fucking real. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Holmes. That's a fucking bat. Go look the shit up. But you guys still. Bam. There it is. Right there. Fucking, that's how I feel. Okay, here it is. military. They're hard at work. That's cute. I thought that was cute. All right. Look at this shit. It's traveling now. Look at that shit. All right.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Look at this one right here. Right?
Sounds good.
Take that in. Take that in. Look at this. Fucking Missouri said, fuck you. Missouri should be up right above Oklahoma. Okay, look where it's at. Over there. That's where Michigan is. Missouri said, fuck you. 6 states away. Anyone can relate. Can anyone relate?
Yes.
Okay. That was too soon. That was like a too soon joke. Time is a construct anyway. Look. Hey, for real though, this is true. Come on, this is true. Do you remember the Muppets?
Yes.
Yeah, claws breaks, motherfuckers.
Yes.
Yeah. This is also true. This is also true.
Yeah.
By the way, I see people out every day with their kids without a mask. The kids. I don't want to see you outside with your kids, let alone without a mask. Can I get a cosign on that?
Yeah,
Kids are the
kids.
biggest spreaders, petri dishes of all time. Yeah, let's make that mouth all. Come on.
Gross.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Right? I got that lemon. Seriously, everybody's complaining, but look what seriously. What if this happened in 02? Think about that. Or the mid-90s, you'd have a pager. Been cooking a lot. Anyone? All right. Look, this is funny, but also I want you to get freaked out.
Yeah.
That's at the North Hollywood Costco.
Oh,
It is, for real. I took that picture. He's there, but the gun, he has real guns. It's the end of the world, guys. Yo, this is true, by the way. Don't hate the player. Don't hate the game. Get out there, get those bags, son. There you go. Jake Vig. I think I got some personal ones here. Let me see. I'll do like 2 more. I think I had this idea. I was ahead of the game. Oh, this was me. I went to a museum before the breakout, and I realized that was me in 15, 16. That look like me? This is me when I was in a movie As Good as It Gets. See, I was 25 years ahead of my time. That's a human condom.
That's funny.
And look, ladies, come on. That's funny. I don't. Fuck it. Hold on, let me go back. You know I have to stop broadcast.
Yeah.
There we go here. Wait.
Tell him, Jamie.
Jamie Kennedy.
Wait, you know what? I want to get Can you see me?
Yep.
I want to get the fucking visual. I don't see you guys, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I want to get the visual of people watching this shit. There's a.
Watching.
You really invested. Are you okay? Ben, how many rehearsals? I'm going to end the show soon, Ben, but I figure we're all here. How many people are on here?
We got about between on the live streams and on Zoom.
I didn't ask for all that backstory, but
Yeah,
okay,
dude.
just a general.
A lot. We got a lot of
number.
people watching.
A lot.
How are you handling everything, Jamie?
Honestly, do you really want the truth?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm fucking pretty good, man. Like, I I feel amazing today. I was the first 2 weeks. I don't know how you were, but I was tripping the fuck out. Like, so I was like, you know, all that shit. If you fucking breathe weird or sneeze weird or, you know, who the fuck's that? Somebody coughed over there. And but now I feel good. And I know it's gonna sound weird to a lot of people. I haven't drank at all. I haven't smoked any weed. Not that I, you know, I took 1 or 2 CBD things. And I stopped watching the news 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm serious, honest to Christ.
I stopped watching too.
I honestly, I'm like, no, I can whatever, separate. No, I feel fucking amazing. And I take zinc, I take a milk thistle, I take 3 collagens, I take a multivite, I take a vitamin D pill, and I take vitamin C. And I'm telling you, whatever, I drink a lot of bone broth. And a lot of people are bored, but like, I'm like, finishing shit in my house I never did. I finished a fucking cabinet. Look at me, I'm a builder. Like, you know, like doing all this shit I normally wouldn't do. So I'm good. You know, I don't know. It's weird. Just I hope people. I don't know. I'm sorry. It was a weird ending on that question. But.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Kennedy.
Do we have one more, Ben?
Yeah, me.
Do you want to do one more question? All right, that was great.
Jamie, we miss you, man.
Do you? Do I know you? Bob?
Yeah, dude.
It's
The last time I saw you was at the NASCAR race. You were hanging with Jay Davis in the pits.
Dude,
Jay Davis.
Dude, I wanted to fucking show you that picture, but I didn't have it on my slide.
Yeah, dude, it's great. Isn't it crazy?
How great was that NASCAR? Let's be real.
Dude, it's so great. Isn't it crazy?
And how weird is it that
that
was the last thing we fucking did?
Yeah, that was it. That was the last big crowd you'll see in a long time, guy.
So weird.
NASCAR.
So weird. Jamie, have you
had
had a good time? Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Jamie Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen. Clap it up for Jamie Kennedy. We're going to make it. We're all going to make it. One more round of applause for Jamie Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, Jamie.
And let me remind my audience at home to please donate Venmo at Superfunny. I'd like to give a shout out to some of the donations we've gotten today. We really appreciate it. James Tremblay, clap it up for him. Marla Schumann, clap it up for he. Kay Stouffer, clap it up for her. Kate Cruz, clap it up for her. And Brian Walsh just donated $50 for the Comedians and the Laughter Heals Foundation. Anyone watching at home.
Buddy, I just want to shout out James Tremblay.
James Tremblay.
Works next to used to work next to the Stretch Factory in Connecticut.
Hell
He's
yeah.
a big fan of comedy, so thank you, Jim. Yeah,
Thank you. All right, let's mute Jamie's microphone because we can still hear him. Jamie Kennedy.
I want to hear Jamie hook up now.
No, we got to respect his boundaries.
Come on, dude.
We got to respect Jamie's boundaries.
That's how you close a Zoom show, Ben.
That is how you close a Zoom show. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for me to do some of the super funny stand-up comedy. Do you guys want to see what I put together for this little production?
Yeah. Let's see.
Thank you very much.
I think YouTube heard your audio, by the way. So that movie was fine.
Yeah, I heard on the live streams the movie was just fine. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew, guys? All right. I'm assuming everyone can see the multimedia going on right now, so I'm just going to proceed as normal. I just want to thank everyone before I do my act. Thank you so much for being a part of Superfunny Quarantine. It's been a huge learning process, and there was no rule book on how to do this. It's just been a learning experience, and I love all of you for showing up and joining us in live laughter while we're still locked at our homes. And speaking of being locked at our homes, it's been a pretty fucking weird quarantine, has it not, my friends?
Mm-hmm.
Life was normal, and then before you knew it, you just couldn't leave the outdoors. And I live on Hollywood and Highland, and I have wished for years to have all these motherfuckers go away. I don't think this is exactly the way I wanted to do it. It's very, very post-apocalyptic. There's no one walking around except robots delivering our food. What happened?
What is that?
It's a robot delivering food. That thing is crawling the streets of Los Angeles delivering food during a pandemic. This is real, ladies and gentlemen.
That's real?
This is real. Oh, yeah. I play a lot of video games, and this is kind of reminding me of the video games that I play. And, you know, as a gamer, I've turned to video games as a source of peace and comfort in these troubled times. But I have to admit, the new releases that have come out during coronavirus aren't exactly the most comforting titles. Games such as The Last of Us, the ever-calming Paranoia, and nothing soothes your soul like Doom. The comfort of a gamer. All of a sudden, everyone has to wear a mask. You can't walk around without looking like Jesse James. And I've realized that masks are the new Nikes. Masks are a fashion statement. You got some people who got the blinged out mask, and you're like, that's not going to protect you against anything except bad techno. And then you have a wide variety of masks. You have masks on the dinosaur above the Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. And I have to admit, Rawrush Your Hands is maybe the best pun I've ever heard. Rawrush Your Hands. That's brilliant. I hope they don't cure coronavirus, because that pun is so good. I never want them to cure this. I finally got a mask that I like, and it's going to be useful once this is over, just in case the breath is kicking. Apple Computer is getting in on the mask game. This is true, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Cook is going to manufacture 3 million masks, and you know it's fun when Apple's getting in on the mask game with the new Apple Eye Mask, available in a number of different colors, including Pandemic Pink, Corona Coral, and the one that I'm going to buy, 6 feet of space gray. Yep, killing the Corona puns, ladies and gentlemen. All of a sudden, we couldn't get near our friends and family. We had to social distance from our loved ones. We had to keep 6 feet away from everyone else. I'm from Boston. They're handling it in their own way. Stay wicked far apart, dude. Stay wicked far apart. It got so bad that even Magic the Gathering had to change its name to Magic the No Gathering. I'm giving you Colbert level late night jokes, guys. You have no idea what I put together for you, my friends. And the late night shows they've been doing Colbert from home. And while Stephen Colbert is very impressive for his comedy, you have to admire the package on that guy. Can we get a zoom on Stephen Colbert's package? No, hold on. We got to go back. Look at the package on Colbert. I mean, oh my God. Come on. Jean-Baptiste and Stay Human. You better believe it. All of a sudden, celebrities were telling us to social distance, to stay in our homes from their goddamn mansions.
It's Taylor Swift's house.
Are you, is it? Let's go and hang out at Taylor Swift's house. Clearly she has the room. Are you freaking out, Ellen? In your private jungle? I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. It is grim out here. I sleep on that couch. I live in this one room. I'm losing my fucking mind. I want to go outside so bad. Then Bitmoji, of course, has their cute little icons. I think I'm getting sick with cartoon viruses. And then when you finally get tired of the cartoon viruses and things get serious, Bitmoji's like, go see a doctor. You really need to go see a doctor. Going to the grocery stores has been an exercise in frustration. This was from right when quarantine broke out. There was a run on the stores, and all of the products became immediately available. Although this has been the best market research in the history of the country, because in the middle of a global pandemic, no one wants to eat cheeseburger Pringles. Pringles Corporation, take note. In the middle of the world ending and the food running out, no one wants to eat your shitty cheeseburger flavored Pringles. Not a one. And whatever the hell these are. I'm still not sure what those are, but they had plenty of them. COVID couldn't take that from us. And what's with all the toilet paper buying? You do know that coronavirus doesn't make you shit, right?
Crohn's does.
That's what I have Crohn's. Thank you. I have Crohn's disease, and literally no toilet paper is my own personal nightmare.
Me too.
That is the nightmare I have woke up screaming to many a time. Now, here is some good news. If you do want to go on a tropical vacation, the island of St. Lucia is one of the only places in the world that has had a complete recovery from coronavirus. All 15 coronavirus patients in St. Lucia have fully recovered. And who knew The cure for coronavirus was Corona commercials, ladies and gentlemen. They changed their whole latitude. I'm going to dub laughter in later because I have the video. You can't stop me from doing that. Have we done a good job of fighting coronavirus? Have we, as the United States, done a good job of fighting the coronavirus? Well, let's look into some heat maps here, okay? This was taken on March 23rd, a heat map of coronavirus. And not to freak you out, this was taken yesterday. We've done a killer job. Yes, that is what happened when your president tells everyone to eat fucking bleach. Is he the worst person in the entire world to have dealt with this? I'll let you decide. When he got elected, it wasn't like, oh, the whole world's going to end. As long as he's not president during a global pandemic, we'll be fine. And now people are actually eating bleach. Now, to give you an idea of how prepared we were for this, a former Labradoodle breeder was the head of the pandemic task force. I am not making this up. The person who was in charge of leading the coronavirus task force response before that job was the head of Dallas Labradoodles. That
Come on.
is who has been fighting coronavirus from us. Even the dog is like, you're fucked. You are screwed. And how many of you have your conspiracy theorist friends? All of a sudden, everyone's an expert on all things conspiracy theory, sending you Facebook articles, texting you how they figured out that 5G causes coronavirus and that coronavirus has traveled on chemtrails. I am so tired of all of these people. And the one I hate the most is Bill Gates, talking about how Bill Gates fucking wants to plant a tracking device on everyone. Let me tell you this right now. Bill Gates invented Microsoft Windows. He's the best person to be dealing with coronavirus. He has been dealing with antivirus for 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. That man's life has been fighting viruses. And I'll tell you what I do with friends like this. Unfriend, goodbye. I'm sweeping them out. Only positive-minded people. Only positive-minded people. We're moving quickly. Although this might have been a conspiracy. I was on a walk and I saw this box of stuff that assured me that it had been corona-free and sanitized. I don't think so. I'm not going out like that. I'm not going out like that. It's hit Las Vegas very hard. Las Vegas, of course, is a town that thrives on entertainment and nightlife. But, you know, in true modern times, the casinos have adapted with such changes as Caesar's Pandemic, the Hard Cough Casino. And for those budget-minded travelers, COVID. We're killing it. We're killing the virtual game right now. Live from home, Why do we even need to go back to comedy clubs? This is so good. I think we proved that right now. They're even offering drive-through strip teases in Las Vegas. This is true. Drive-through strip teases. And how sexy is that, huh?
What?
Ain't nothing sexier than getting a boner in your mom's Volvo.
Oh my god.
I hope we never go back to real strip clubs. I love having an erection in my mother's Volvo. I don't know about you, but I've been doing a ton of drinking, guys. I've been doing a ton of drinking. I've been doing so many drinking. I've even decided to try CVS breakfast vodka option. It's exactly as good as it sounds like. It gets the job done, guys. But I was taking a walk the other day, and there was a tree up in the Hollywood Hills that had all these tags on it. And they asked me to make a wish. And I said to myself out loud, you know, I kind of wish some things don't change. I kind of wish that LA traffic stays this beautiful for the rest of my life.
Right.
That's the prettiest thing I've ever seen. I kind of wish that we learned to treat the environment well, because is it me, or has the weather been nicer than you've ever seen it?
I know. It's true.
Birds are flying. The sky is the bluest of blue. But more than anything, the one wish I have is that all of humanity come together in the thought, in the knowledge, fuck coronavirus.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Superfunny Quarantine. My name is Ben Morrison. I cannot thank you enough. Clap it up for yourselves. Clap it up for everyone who tuned in at home to Superfunny Quarantine. We learned a lot. We made it through. Nothing crashed hard, I don't think. I'll check YouTube later. I want to thank all of my friends who are in the Zoom audience. I love you all. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. I want to thank the comedians. I want to thank Aydah Rodriguez, Pete Giovine, Craig Shoemaker, Jamie Kennedy. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And we did it. Oh my God. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna play so many video games. I'm gonna have some tequila. I think I deserve it. I love